All right, welcome back. Today we're doing some set boosters from still standard Lost Cavern of Ixalan. All right, let's see what we got here. Set boosters, so of course, art card, your land, spider, child of the volcano, cave worm, quicksand whirlpool, song of stupefaction, council of echoes, self-reflection, chart course, visage of dread, preacher of the schism, and death-capped marionette, and a spirit token. That's it in this pack. What are we looking at here? Don't see this guy much. Vampire cleric, 2/4 for 3. He's got death touch. When it attacks, the player with the most life or tied for the most life creates a 1/1 vampire with lifelink. And whenever it attacks while you have the most life or tied for the most life, you draw a card and lose a life. And Deathcap Marionette, Fungus, Death Touch in 1/1. Visage of Dread artifact. Target opponent reveals their hand, you discard it, and you can craft with two creatures. And it becomes the Dread Osteosaur. So skeleton horror for 5/4 with menace. And when it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may mill 2 cards if you're into that. And chart of course, self-reflection creates a token that's a copy of a target creature, and it's got flashback. Spirit Advisor, 6 for a 4/4 flyer, and descend 4. If there's 4 more permanent cards in your graveyard, return 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So, stupefaction is enchant creature, vehicle. When it you may mill 2 cards. Enchanted permanent gets -X, -0, where X is the number of permanents in your graveyard. And some removal, and gets +2/+0 as long as there's permanents in your graveyard. Child of the Volcano, 3/3 for 4, trampling. If you descended, then you get to put a +1/+1 counter, so it kind of grows as you lose creatures, right? Not tokens, creatures. And 3/4 reacher, and the land is cheap. Anyway, that's what we got, along with Akak Pakal, first among equals. So on the value side, it's Cavern of Souls, some gods, some other stuff. So, and full art swamp, Sunscribe, militia, veteran. It's amazing how these, when it came out, it was all about the dinosaurs. Now you don't hardly see anything like that because stupid sets are, sorry, I didn't say that. Some sets have taken over the meta. Am I right? Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Cheap counters, very flimsy counters. A signature art card of Aklot Zotz, the Deepest Betrayal, land card. Join the Dead, Fortitude, Spider, Child of the Volcano again, Cave Worm again, Nautilus, Cavernous Maw, Uchebed the Cat, The Great Mistake, Bartolome del Presidio, and a Call for a God card. So that's a $10 hit or something like that. And I enjoy playing the Ixalan gods and decks. It kind of, everybody thinks that, oh my god, I got to get rid of that guy, and in some cases you should. Appraiser, Sunborn, Contested Game Ball, Twists and Turns, Wall of the Forgotten, Zoyoyo's Justice, and of course Zorn is a list card from Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. Yeah, what was I going to say? So, for example, a Pakal, legendary creature. I call him a god, but anyway, Some of them are gods, though. At the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in your hand, the other in your graveyard. Maybe that's not a... anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll look at the rares and stuff like that to see if I'm adding it to my collection. I'll check on Blunder, Deadweight, Unlucky Drop, Freebooter, of course, Out of Air, Lantern, Set Up Scout, Scavenger, Tithing Blade, Starving Revenant, Family Reunion, Vampire Demon. But yeah, you figured there would be more of the merfolk decks and things like that too, but they went the way of the dodo along with the dinosaur decks. Foily Land, Hotfoot Gnome, Tinker's Tote, Archaeologist, Cloud Guard, Benthisaur, Dinosaur, Goblin Warlock, and a... Okay, this special guest from Jurassic Park for your InGen Geneticist, along with an Unstable Glyph Bridge, Sunfire Tote, and what the heck? So that's the second, interesting, that's the second special guest in the same pack. Anyway, Malcolm the Keen-Eyed Navigator, probably not a big thing. But you got to watch out. I'm not even real sure the special guests, what the special guests are worth. I'd have to look. Some are, some aren't. Anyway, that's all I got for the Merfolk Dinosaur Pirates Vampire set that is Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.